Okay. You can unmute yourself. Yeah, it says you muted yourself.
How about
there we go. Okay, we're good.
All right.
It was like, I'm not supposed to be able to hear you during the introduction, damn it. Shut up.
All right.
All right.
So here we are this week. Welcome to everybody who's checking out our show on Three Witches Entertainment. This week for Tracks of the Damned, we are bringing you the 5 most cringe metal albums ever, or you could say the 5 worst metal album covers ever. And there are some real pieces of shit out there.
Oh yeah.
Aren't they? Aren't there, Gangis?
Oh my goodness.
Unholy shit. There's some shit out there.
I mean, of course, we all know nothing will ever beat this one.
God.
Ever.
God, his left nipple and his
I know.
hairline are just so desirable. Yeah, so that's the obvious one, and so we decided not to choose that one because we talk about it every fucking week.
Exactly. Well, as y'all can see, Reaper's not with us tonight. He is too busy running around at the at the Villain Arts Tattoo Convention in Omaha this weekend. So he let us do it tonight. But before we get into it, I'm gonna run the commercial. Check this out. Alright, that's Villain Arts. They have artists from the show Ink Master, Reaper, and Mischief go to some of their events. They're there this weekend in Omaha. I think it's tomorrow too. So if you're in the area, go check that shit out.
All right. Heck yeah.
All right.
I actually have a tattoo to do tomorrow. I'm pretty excited about that.
Nice.
All right. Okay. What is your number 5 piece of shit album cover that I just can't believe? Like, first of all, I can't believe some of these record companies wouldn't art police gatekeeper to disallow some of this shit that they try to allow on an album cover. I mean, they're putting their money behind this. Like, some of these things, when you think of it in that context, hell, like some of these look like a 5th grade mediocre middle school student, art student, drew this shit up.
Legit. Oh, some of them are so bad. But I'm, just to be a thorn in your side, I had to include Evanescence tonight. Why, at least I'm trashing them, because what the fuck was that?
So cheesy, my gosh.
So fucking cheesy. Like, I get it, there's a lot of like mental health issues talked about, take your happy pill, whatever. But that's bad.
Like, I mean, what a kind of like cliche, just cheesy, like middle school. I bet a lot of middle schoolers liked that album cover.
I bet they did. Well, there's
So,
one of the better Evanescence albums. That cover needs to go.
what year did that album come out?
2020 or 2021.
Oh, this is one of the newer ones.
Yeah, that's their most recent one. Yeah.
Well, I will allow that if the music is better and the album cover is a little bit more shitty. Then I give a pass. All right. Yeah, that's pretty cheesy. Oh God, one that I forgot. Oh geez, it's just terrible. I'm gonna write it down and then maybe you can look it up.
Yeah, sure.
I have to write that down right now. Oh my God, this one is so awful. This is a band that really fell from Metal Grace,
Mm-hmm.
and I can't believe I didn't think about this one until right now. But it was the Evanescence album cover that made me think of it a little bit more.
Okay.
So thank you, Evanescence, for that help, because this one is even worse, I believe.
Oh no.
Okay, so my number 5 is a band that's pretty intellectually there. They're like a progressive metal band out of Canada. They have a lot of kind of digital art, and a lot of it was crude in the 80s, but it was about as best as people could make back in the 80s with the types of technology that we had. But when Voivod came out with that, I remember seeing this, and yeah, Voivod's Angel Rat. So when I saw this, first of all, it's as dark as hell, and it's like blue violet all over the place. And I think it came out in like 1992, and they have like circus font for the Angel Rat word. Like, what the hell does that connect to?
I don't know. And what the fuck is that supposed to be, a bird with skeletal bat wings and a top hat? What even is that?
Just
then is it pirate? That's a pirate, but we also have like a jester figure. What the fuck is going on?
Yes. Oh, what a dumb album cover. What a disappointment, because lyrically speaking, they're way more interesting than this album cover. They're musically speaking, they're quite original. Like, to me, they're fucking artists. They're like A+ artists. Not bands are that way. Like, some of them are just more brutal and stuff, but these guys are so thoughtful and so original in what they have come up with that it was an absolute shock that they came up with that piece of shit. Voivod Angel Rat. What in the
all right, my next one, mad love to my, the boys from Germany, but
oh gosh,
what the fuck were they thinking with that first album cover?
Yes, this is awful.
I get it, they're like all greased up and all very, sexy German, but like, what the fuck?
Well,
I'm right along with, the original Darius Goot, video with they're crushing the flowers and sniffing them, and I'm like, oh my god, you guys.
Well, the cherry on top of that shit sundae is the damn oiled bodies. And if I look more closely, I bet they're even hairy oiled bodies.
Yep.
Oh God, what a cheese factory. I am like, that one fits the title of the five most cringe metal album covers ever.
Yeah.
That's an excellent one, Gangis. That's fucking awful. And I watched a couple other videos. I already had my list.
Right.
Informed me of a couple more. Like, there was 10 of them that are maybe worse than the ones I even chose. Just awful. Especially a lot of kind of B or C tier metal bands.
Right.
It's like they hired their middle school cousin to do a graphite drawing of some horrible shit.
Yeah, seriously. Oh, jeez.
Oh, hey, now you've come out the gate swinging tonight. That's like recurring bands, and here you are trashing them, and I agree.
I may love these bands, but when they suck, you need to point it out.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, well, my number 4 is a band that all kinds of people have loved to hate since about 1990, but it's 1992 and on. And when I saw this disgusting, I just thought, like, how unartistic and what fucking bullshit. They and arguably had the most money out of all bands, especially for this album. Following Metallica's Black Album, Metallica comes out with Load. What a dumb fucking album. They've gotten rid of their iconic Metallica logo and this just disgusting blood loogie on there with hardly, like, there's like no design. Maybe they're trying to make the loogie look like fire coming up out of the cauldron.
No, it literally fucking looks like one of them had a nosebleed and sneezed onto a camera lens.
Yes, just dumb. Like,
so fucking dumb.
There's nothing edgy about it. Nothing really controversial. I'm just like, God, what the fuck is this? Like, fuck you, Metallica, for that album cover. And like, who, again, where are the art police, the gatekeepers of what is decent for the album cover? I mean, you know, we can argue on all kinds of things, but I'm not with any of the ones we've chosen so far. They're bad. They're really
bad.
They're really unartistic. Like, what is this shit? Like, fuck Metallica.
Hey, John, what's up? Yeah, that's bad. My number 3,
Yes, of course. Middle school
art student on crack, maybe. Like, wow. Like, what even is that?
Oh my gosh. Fucking horrible.
And that knife that thing has isn't even feasible at all. That thing would break like a twig.
My gosh.
And the belt and the tail is, ugh.
I mean, the animal's right arm, like, what the hell? Like, how it's connected into the shoulder. Like,
right?
What's going on there? It has like a fat roll, like back where the tricep and the part of the body. And it also has like cheesy old airbrush colors. Like, what's the pink clouds?
Ugh.
Holy cow. I mean, I know this is before Pantera actually had some money to work with, but you know, this is all yet another argument as to why some art teachers need to be fired, but the good art teachers need to train the bad art teachers in school. Like, what waste? Like, you know, I taught art for 23 years. One of the things I always wanted my students to come away with, how to identify what's shit, but not only just to say, yeah, I don't like it, but I don't like it because of this, 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 and this, to be objective and to be detailed in how they can scrutinize something. And this is just unacceptable, horrible. Like,
that's the sort of thing, you know, high school art classes, you know, you and your peers all get together and give constructive criticism. There's nothing constructive to say about that. It's trash.
Oh God! Oh, I could see some of my students saying, like, when I would trash it, there would always be some student, if student that was liked. One of their friends said, "Oh, well, I like it." Okay, well, tell me about what you like about it. Well, I like the colors. No, not good. Oh, or like, compared to what why do you like this? Like, I'm so glad you chose that one, because that one is awful. And we are going to stay with that band.
All right.
Because we now have my third choice is Pantera's power metal.
Oh
my gosh.
Oh.
Here they're trying to be hair metal.
Yeah.
Oh my, Phil Anselmo, what the hell were you thinking of? Parting your hair on the side.
And just the colors, just so comic booky, cliche in a bad way.
God.
I mean, it looks like they're going up pow or yowie, like
Yeah.
a fucking cartoon. Oh, it's so bad.
It's like there's no design. They're like,
None.
oh, watch out. We're neat. We're fun. Oh my gosh. Like the same band too. Horrible. I mean, once again, like who's the artist who created this and said, hey, I think this is a great idea for your music. It really fits your music. Oh my.
Not to mention, give me like 30 seconds in Photoshop and I can do that.
Exactly.
At least put a little bit of time into creating something interesting. That's just bad.
Jeez. One of the things when I went through, like I have like probably 1,600, 1,700 CDs from here, and going around, like most of them are pretty damn good. So I would say, probably, I don't know, one out of 50 are pretty bad. 2 or 3 are pretty close to bad, but none of them are like as bad as these. It's the hell.
Yeah.
So what are we going to do with Reapers? Just throw his out at the very end?
Yeah, I've got a couple of his. I add them to the honorable mentions.
Oh, okay. Got it. All right. Let's see what does Gangis choose for number 2?
Number 2. Oh, I went with Scorpions. Animal Magnetism.
Pretty dumb too. Yep. I was gonna put a Scorpions on here for like honorable mention. Yeah. All of the weight in this picture is on the left side as well.
Yeah.
That big opening and the big vertical, you're like stuck there, but then there's that irritating gap to the right of the man's. Oh my gosh, this is so cheesy.
I hate, honestly, one of the things that irks me the most is why the fuck is his hand in his ass pocket?
Yes.
I mean, that just makes it even more unbalanced.
Right, exactly. Yeah, you have all kinds of directions.
He could have been, had his hand on the dog's head or on top of the chick or something, but in his pocket, it just looked horrible.
Yeah, just terrible. All kinds of compositional issues with.
Yeah. And the name of the album's so small, you can hardly read it.
Yeah, and it's way up at the top there.
Like, is it supposed to look like it's printed on the guy's t-shirt?
Yeah. Just terrible. Excellent choice. Boy, you drug up some shit.
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to go with another extremely popular band, perhaps the founders of metal. I'm talking about Black Sabbath, Ecstasy. Holy shite. What the hell were they thinking?
I don't know.
This is like, I'm so not interested in this album cover at all. This actually makes me think that they went disco or something like that, and why they buy this album.
It's what is even going on? It looks like, I don't know, some sort of robot pissing on another robot. It's like
2 robots, one's going down the escalator and one's going up the escalator.
Yeah, and they're, pissing on each other, and one of them looks like the Eiffel Tower, and I don't fucking know.
God, what a dumb album. Once again, who in the hell authorized this to go onto an album?
I don't know.
Jesus. Terrible. I mean, so like Black Sabbath's Paranoid with a hot pink guy running out with a motorcycle helmet and a sword. That was cheesy, but that was pretty damn funny. And at
Exactly.
least it's like in the forest, kind of running around with a sword.
Mm-hmm.
Super, like at least it has a goofy factor. But
Right.
this technical ecstasy is as if they're trying to have you really take them seriously as artists.
Yeah.
Jeez, I just don't get this
I don't either.
at all. Fucking horrible.
Ugh. All right, my number one.
Oh boy, here we go.
I was nice. I'm not blinding y'all, but why? Why did they put Peter Steele's asshole spread wide open on the cover of their album?
you know, you know, I know back then men didn't manscape as often as they do these days.
Hmm.
But Jesus, good God. I mean, all they needed to do to make that even better or worse would be to oil his body and make it look really oily or sweaty. Gross. Did you put that negative sign, that O negative sign, right?
Yes, I did.
Oh, that was awesome. I mean, that actually made it a lot better. Jesus. But I guess it took some balls to put that out as an album cover.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, that's awful.
So bad. The only thing that could have made it worse is if he had like, dingleberry stuck to his ass.
Oh, yes, that would be amazing. Like, just think of the teenager who bought that album
Mm-hmm.
and went to school and left the CD out on their desk and
Mm-hmm.
came in to make the kids' bed or do whatever in the room to look for something. And then she saw his asshole just whispering and asking for a kiss.
And actually, right now they just re-released it on vinyl with a scratch and sniff snicker on the ass.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh,
Oh, but such a bad cover.
oh my God, what a great choice. That's awesome. I totally forgot about that too. That's a great, great, great choice. But as far as art goes, at least the typo negative one is kind of funny and they're kind of saying like fuck you and they are
Mm.
a bit risque. But this one is by a terrible band. I don't know that I would even consider themselves metal. They sure tried to look metal, but
Mm-hmm.
fucking posers, big time. But they had a lot of money behind them when Stryper came up with their album, which is called Can't Stop the Rock.
First of all, that font, you can't fucking read it.
Oh, I know. This
Oh,
horrible graphic design.
so bad.
Who in the fucking hell chose this?
Was their Striper logo supposed to be reminiscent of like Star Trek with the triangle behind it or something? What the fuck is that?
I don't know.
But it's just a slimy rock wall that's not even interesting.
No, just awful. Yeah, the
Awful.
who does an album title that big, that thin, that nearly unreadable? I mean, that's hard to read.
That's terrible.
Fucking hell. Jesus. Maybe it's time to bring in the Reaper and his dishonorable mentions.
I agree. Well, I've never heard of this band before, but when I saw this on this list, I had to put it.
Oh my gosh.
Ah!
Oh, Jesus.
Yep.
It.
Oh, so bad.
That's one of the honorable mention lists from this guy from Germany that did one of these before.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God, that is awful. How many did us?
What's that?
How many did Reaper give us?
A couple. Hang on. Need to grab a couple images because I forgot to grab the rest of them because I suck. Okay. What the fuck even is that? Ah, bad computer. There we go. What the fuck?
Oh, Riot. Yeah, this is their mascot for all of their albums.
Why?
Like, what is this? A lemur mixed with a cat mixed with a lion?
Mixed with like a poodle?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I can see that in there too.
Yeah? Why?
Oh my gosh. There was another band named like Razor's Edge or Razor that had some really terrible cheese fest artwork. Like it was really like a middle schooler did a graphite drawing and it was just horrendous.
Ugh.
Can't believe it.
All right, another one from the Reaper. We got Manowar.
Oh, sexy.
Ah!
Yeah, Manowar has all kinds of them that are just absolutely cheesy. You know what? I think Manowar, if they're all still alive, they should dress up in the same costumes and do that today. And I want them to put on just as much oil as they did for that photo shoot.
Oh my god.
Now, I don't think that this came out when Conan the Barbarian had come out. Was that like 9 or 80? I wonder when that album came out. Oh, that's cheesy. Good choice, Reaper.
Agreed. All right, and we got one more from Reaper. I actually almost put this on my list, and then I didn't. So I'm glad that he did. And that is accept balls to the wall.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, if we could only see a little bit more up the inside of that guy's thigh.
I don't think it's possible to see any more without making it X-rated.
Yeah, that would have been just even better.
It's not even like a super nice looking thigh, you know?
Yeah. Well, at least he was flexing.
True. But what's he holding? That's what I want to know. Like, what the fuck even is that in his hand?
You know, and
it's a ball because his ball's to the wall.
Yeah. So that album cover makes me think of, like, who in the hell is the audience that they're reaching out to?
That's a good fucking question.
Is it women? Is it men? I kind of have a hard time telling.
I have no idea.
Not even a half a shit about seeing a guy's hairy thigh and his bikini brief and leather jacket. Yeah. But that's cheesy. Another excellent choice, Reaper.
All right, that's what we had from Reaper.
Do we need to do a commercial break for anything?
Sure, why not?
All right.
Who's up? Hey, Kyler, what's up? You've been missing out, brother. You're missing out on some of the worst album covers ever, but this is special for you.
What would an episode be without the titties of Glenn Danzig for our friends?
Exactly. Check out this commercial for Dezea's Creep Shop. All right.
I am totally going to get that apron.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm totally going to get those sweatpants that say Sinner.
Yes.
I have those, especially for where I live in Greenwood, South Carolina. They love that stuff here.
All right.
So do we want to do yours or do we want to do mine? Or we want to trade off? I think what I have 3.
I Kyler, if you do ever get a wife, just show her the picture and then she might understand. I've actually only got one.
What?
I mean, I can find some more real quick.
Well, you did knock him out of the park. All 5 of yours were home runs.
Okay. And the one that I chose, Korn is well known for having some really cool, interesting album covers, but what is that?
Yeah. Yeah,
It's
that's
just
pretty bad.
staging that has their name at some clouds. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah. Absolute yawner.
Yeah. Especially for a band that has some pretty exciting covers. And this is one of their albums from like the mid 2000s. It's not like they couldn't afford something nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just dumb.
Yeah.
That logo's okay. Like the Korn logo's okay, but it's not that interesting to where you make it take up like 2/3 of your album cover.
Yeah.
Boo, Korn. Dumb shit. Like another one that I could have thrown in is Satyricon. I love Satyricon. Actually, let me grab that fucker. I think it's right here. Let's see. Voila, I got it. I grabbed it right away.
Oh,
This
there you go.
really, really bad. I love all
Oh,
of
jeez.
but this one is really bad. Like I was shocked that they came up with this. This is Deep Calleth Upon Deep, that album. That one is pretty bad as well. That thing was just waiting for me right to my left here. All right. So I guess well you can get since you have them ready to go, you can just grab
Yep.
them there. You have them in order.
Yep, I got him. Right in
All
order.
right. Let's do Torch because Torches is a real piece of shit. It is so cheesy. Here
Oh.
once again with airbrush. Either that or maybe this should have been a velvet poster in the 80s. Oh my god, this is dumb. And this album is really pretty good, but what a cheesy drawing. Like what are they trying to say to us? Is this the Ice King or Ice Princess?
There's like Frankenstein, like Bride of Frankenstein after a deep freeze.
My gosh. Thank you, Torch. That was their self-titled album, Torch.
Jeez.
Fuck.
Oh. All right. And then I believe after that you had Slipknot.
Oh yeah, Slipknot. It's the recent album, The End So Far.
What even is that?
I mean, I can kind of see a skull. This
Maybe.
eared way in the back. This is just
Yeah.
dumb. Like this looks like it needs to be a new age instrumental with a flute. Like new age instrumental flute music.
Agreed.
Boo, Slip. Boo. I mean, that album cover is just about as bad as the opening track on that album, Adderall.
Oh.
Terrible fucking song.
Oh, I got another one. I just remembered.
Oh, good. Goody.
What the fuck were they thinking when they did that?
Yeah, dumb.
Uh,
Just not interesting at all.
it's
Oh,
just disturbing and creepy, but not in a good way. It's more of just like, what the fuck were they on?
here's one if you can try to find
Yes.
before I give up the other ones. This is the one that I had totally forgotten about.
Okay.
It's Twisted Sister. Love is for Suckers. Now it's a pretty mouth that's biting on this Twisted Sister, the T and the S, the way they used to do that in the 80s.
Oh god.
Yeah, it's pretty damn bad.
Hang on, I got it.
It's really cheesy, and the album is terrible. Like they just totally lost it. They just went down Cheese Road, got on a cheese boat, and ended up on Cheese Island and never got off.
That's horrible. Hang on. All right, let me try that one.
Wait for it. Twisted Sister, Love is for Suckers. It is awful. But it does make me a little hungry. Like, I would have eaten that sucker, probably.
Yeah. Why am I having problems?
Well, I put you on the spot, so let's move on to another one, and then, like, if it comes up or something, if you can get to it, fine. But that one is really terrible as well. So I guess maybe the other one. Let's do maybe a Deaf Haven, Sunbather. So Deaf Haven, if you guys aren't familiar with Deaf Haven, they are a post-black. Some people will just call them a black metal band. And this album, to me, is actually excellent. It's a really good black metal album. But this album cover is atrocious. It's really kind of pretentious, like they're trying to be the opposite of black metal. And to me, it's just dumb. Like
yeah.
What they're trying to say doesn't have the impact that I believe they were probably hoping for it to have.
Hang on, you mean this one?
Deaf Haven, Sunbather.
You mean this mess?
Yep, that's it. It's a real...
Oh, fuck.
Yep. But it's an excellent album. I remember, I think it was like, that album came out in like 2011 or 2012, and it received major praise, like on Decibel Magazine and Terrorizer.
Really?
Yeah, it really is a good album. It's quite...
Yeah, I haven't listened to it, but you know, what I love doing is I'll go somewhere and, you know, I pick out a random album I've never heard of if it has a cool cover. That is not a cover I would ever pick.
I would think that album is going to sound like Lady Gaga, Taylor Swift, some shit like that.
Yeah. Or like the Beach Boys or something.
Boys, yes, that could be the Beach Boys. You know, I have a feeling that they're trying to relate to some previous album that was probably done. I don't know. Either that,
I don't know.
Anti-black metal.
Oh, I finally got Twisted Sister. Got it to work.
Twisted Sister, Love is for Suckers.
Come on, load you piece of...
When I saw this album, like, I got Twisted Sister come out and play, and that had these Fest piece of shit song, Leader of the Pack. That was awful.
There we go.
But the album had some good things. Like, this is... But, you know, I guess at least they have...
Uh-oh. Hoof Beast! Did I lose the Hoof Beast?
I didn't even buy this album. I worked...
Uh-oh. Well, what would an episode of this show be without technical difficulties?
Yeah.
There you are. We didn't hear anything you just said.
Okay. So my last one is a band, once again, that had a lot of money behind them. I think they were signed to Capitol Records. And they started to sell out. And I guess they wanted to simplify, because this album is kind of this band's kind of Metallica Black album, to where they had kind of slowed everything down and tried to be a lot more commercially acceptable. The album is okay. It's quite forgettable. I would take the Black album over this album any day, but I'm talking about Megadeth, Risk. Crush 'Em is an okay song on there, but there's not too much else. But this is... And then they since redid the album and the album cover, and it might even be worse.
You know, it's definitely not fucking better. Hang on, let me grab it.
Yeah, it's awful. It's like all over the place. It kind of reminds me of the Orange Fire version of Angel Rat by Voivod that I already showed earlier. It's
is that even a cat in the hole? Like, what the fuck? That thing is not right.
Just dumb. Like, this is so.
At least now we get what it is. But when it was this, it was like, what the hell even is that?
Yeah.
Like, it takes a minute to figure out it's supposed to be the mechanism on the mousetrap. Like,
whatever happened to Vic Rattlehead? Like, I miss Rattlehead. That was great. Didn't it work for every album? Like, even Countdown to Extinction, I was surprised that they got rid of it then.
Oh, trust me, Kyler, we know that was my first pick.
Yep, that was awesome. Yeah, you can go, all of you guys, if you came in late, you can go to YouTube, go to Reaper's Underground, and just search in, I think it might be the 5 worst or the 5 most cringe covers, or just go down choose our videos, and you'll go through and you'll find it, and you can check out the earlier ones. There are real doozies in this list.
Oh, yeah.
Really, really, really awful. And there's a lot. Holy cow. Just awful, awful, awful.
Awful.
Out of touch. Like, is everybody, totally stoned or strung out and, so self-absorbed by their own desire or their own drive to get whatever drugs they needed that they're making that bad of decisions?
I guess so. I don't fucking know.
I think I've cursed more during this episode than any other one.
I think you're fucking right.
Jesus. Just awful.
Awful.
Well, Gangis, this was a lot of fun.
It was.
And
maybe gave me an idea for a future episode. We should pick our favorite album covers.
Yeah, that would be great. Yeah, there's
great
ones too. Really artistic ones. Yeah, that would be a good one as well.
Yeah.
But I think next week, guys, we're going to grab one of the most classic metal ever. Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah, like, Mom is not who you want to go to when you're asking, hey, did I do well with this? Of course she's not going to hurt your feelings. She's going to say it's good. Yeah, but next week we've got a great show for everyone. I'm not going to reveal who it is, but we will be posting on Instagram. So if you don't follow Reaper's Underground or Human the Hoofed Beast or Eric the Strange, look for us on Instagram, and we will unveil it at that point. But it's a doozy. Think of maybe the Godfathers of metal. And I actually probably said too much right there.
You did, but that's okay.
We're going to go through a bunch of their albums, and we're going to choose the top 5 of their discography.
Yep.
Because if not, it'll take us 4 fucking hours to go all of theirs.
Exactly.
Especially once Reaper's here. Because Reaper, and I admit, I also am very chatty on here.
Yeah. That's okay. All right.
All right. Thank you guys all for attending. And as always, every week, stay heavy.
Rotting in this wasteland, left with some bleach to bone.